There are many possible ways of understanding the meaning of the word yoga. Yoga has its roots in Indian thought, but its content is universal because it is about the means by which we can make the changes we desire in our lives. The actual practice of yoga takes each person in a different direction. It is not necessary to subscribe to any particular ideas in order to follow the yoga path. The practice of yoga only requires us to act and to be attentive to our actions. Each of us is required to pay careful attention to the direction we are taking so that we know where we are going and how we're going to get there. This careful observation will enable us to discover something new. For the purpose of this tape, I'd like you to think of yoga as a coming together of body, breath, and mind. In your practice, concentrate on the body, the breath, and the mind. Our senses are included as part of the mind. Although it theoretically appears possible for body, breath, and mind to work independent of one another, the purpose of yoga is to unify their actions. It is primarily the physical aspect of our practice that people see as yoga. They will rarely notice how we breathe, how we feel the breath, and how we coordinate our breathing with our physical movement. They tend to see only our flexibility, our strength, and our suppleness. Yoga is as much a practice involving breath as it is involving the body. The quality of our breath is extremely important because it expresses our inner feelings. If we are in pain, it shows in our breathing. If we are distracted, we lose control of our breathing. The breath is the link between the inner and outer body. It is only by bringing body, breath, and mind into unison that we realize the true quality of a pose. The purpose of this video is to help you master proper asana alignment by utilizing the block and strap. Go ahead and bring yourself to the top of your mat. Toes and heels are touching, hands are in prayer position, focusing on the quality of your breathing. And let us begin Surya Namaskara A. Inhaling, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Exhaling, coming into Swan Dive, forehead is into your shins. Inhale, look up, bending through the knees, walk yourself back or jump back into Chaturanga. Inhaling into your upward dog, and exhaling into your downward facing dog. Simultaneously drop your heels down, lifting your hips up. Walk yourself up, jump up. As you straighten your knees, your forehead comes all the way down into your shins. And you want to inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhaling, arms are down by your side, hands are back into prayer position. Let's begin Trikonasana. Stepping your right foot back, 4 feet. Pivot your right foot out, moving from the center of your body out over your right leg. Place your palm on top of the block. Lean your upper body back, tucking your hips under your shoulders. Visualize opening the inner thighs. Continue to work your chin closer towards your shoulder, reaching your left palm all the way up toward the ceiling. Practicing Ujjayi breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose by way of the throat. And then slowly inhaling, come up. We'll come into the opposite side of Utthita Trikonasana. Moving from the center of your body, placing your left palm on the block. Leaning upper body back. Taking your hips, tucking them under, squeezing your buttocks. Try to get your right shoulder and your chin in contact with one another. And again, breathe into your posture. slowly inhale, coming all the way up. Reversing the direction of your feet again. Take your right foot out. Inhaling, moving out from the center of your body, bringing your left palm on the outside of your right foot, coming into revolving triangle, Pavarita Trikonasana. Continue to squeeze your inner thighs closer into one another. Challenge yourself to lift up on the inside of your left arch. And once again, focus on your breath. On your next inhale, slowly start guiding yourself all the way up, keeping your arms parallel to the floor. Coming into revolving Trikonasana on the opposite side, taking your right arm over your right ear, placing your palm onto the block. Continue to push your right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Moving your right hip forward, gently pressing your left hip back. On your next inhale, slowly windmill yourself up, keeping your arms parallel to the floor. Bending your right knee so that it's at a 90-degree angle, placing your right palm on the block. Learn to keep your gaze on your middle finger in your left palm as you open your rib cage up toward the sky. Keep breathing. And then slowly on your next inhale, come all the way up. Changing your feet, pivot your right foot in, left foot out. Your left palm comes on the block. And your right arm comes all the way up over your right ear. Feel that deep stretch along your right rib cage. Focusing your eyes right at the inside of your forearm. Breathing a little bit more forcefully towards the end of the pose. And on your next inhale, slowly come up. Go ahead and jump your feet out hip distance, shoulder distance apart. Inhale, bring your palms onto the block, and then slowly exhaling. Start gently dropping your abdomen closer to your thighs, your chest closer toward your knees, lifting your sit bones and lifting your kneecaps. Bring your hands back onto your hips. Inhaling, come all the way up, drop the weight of your head back, and then jump your feet back into one another. Jumping your feet apart hip distance. Inhaling, dropping the weight of your head back, lifting up through your chest. Exhaling, coming into a forward bend. Grabbing underneath your big toe with your index finger and your middle finger, closing your grip with your thumb. Inhale, look up, lengthening forward, and exhaling, gently push your knees back, trying to reach your sit bones up towards the ceiling. And then bring your hands back onto your hips, slowly inhaling up, dropping the weight of your head back, and exhaling. Go ahead and lie down on your back, placing the block underneath the small of your back. Keeping your feet hip distance apart, relaxing the shoulders down into the floor, stretching your arms all the way up overhead. Go ahead and move your heels away from your body, relaxing your hips so that you're balancing on the block. Return your heels back into your hips. Bring your arms up overhead, stretching through the shoulders, through the elbows and fingertips. Relaxing, breathing into the small of your back as you extend your feet out. Returning your heels back in towards your hips. removing the block and coming back into Savasana. Let us begin our bridge pose, separating your feet hip distance apart, grabbing underneath your hips, squeezing your buttocks, dropping your chin deeper into your chest, and then slowly releasing. Bring the small of your back onto the floor. Lying down on your back, take your block, place it underneath your hips, grabbing the strap and placing it right at the ball of your right foot, allowing your left leg to extend so that it's straight. Be your own best judge as to how deep you would like to stretch. Switching your feet, extend your right heel all the way out. Gently pulling on the ball of your left foot, working your left leg closer towards your torso. Pausing for a moment in Savasana. Use the strap, place it at the ball of your feet. You're going to do a forward bend. You can move your hands closer towards your feet, using less and less of your strap. Bringing the strap overhead, see if you can bring your arms all the way behind your ears, little by little, and slowly coming into a forward bend, creating that deep stretch through your shoulders. Try to work your abdomen closer to your thighs, chest closer to your knees. This time you can bring the strap at the arch of your foot, dorsiflexing your feet. Your toes come back towards your shin bones, your heels press forward. Sit in a comfortable cross-legged position for cow face pose, taking your right elbow up towards the sky. Your left elbow comes behind your back. Inch by inch, see if you can bring your fingers closer and closer into one another. If you can, interlace the fingers. And then coming into the opposite direction, right elbow comes up and your left arm comes all the way behind your back. Deepening your stretch, continuing to focus on the sound of your breath. Just sitting in Padmasana. Lying down on your back, go ahead and bring the strap around your big toe or around the ball of your right foot. And then slowly start bringing your right leg all the way back towards your right shoulder. Keeping a hold of the strap, take your left arm, palm facing down towards the floor, and opening up your right leg to the right, dropping your left ear back onto your mat. Inhaling, bring your right leg back up, and exhaling, take your right leg across the center of your body all the way onto the floor. Inhaling, your right leg comes back up, bringing that right leg all the way down towards your chest, and slowly releasing, returning your right heel back onto the floor. And let's begin on the left side. Using your strap, place it underneath your big toe or again around the ball of your left foot. Walking your palms closer and closer up the strap and gently pulling your left leg towards your body. Slowly open your left leg all the way out to the floor. Keep pushing your right hip down, and inhale, bring that left leg up. Taking the left leg across the center of your body to the right, gazing all the way over towards your left palm so that your ear and your shoulder are intact with the mat. And slowly releasing your left heel down onto the floor, practicing Savasana. Using the strap underneath the ball of your right foot, go ahead and extend your right leg all the way up. Chest is lifted, spine is straight, and slowly take your right leg all the way out to the right. Your left arm is parallel to the floor, continuing to work the energy down through your left foot. And slowly taking your right leg all the way behind you, guiding yourself down little by little. Your right heel is pressing away from your right sit bones. And come right back, keeping your right leg parallel to the floor. And go ahead and release. And let's begin on the opposite side. Placing the strap at the ball of your left foot. Keep lifting your heel so that it's parallel to the floor. Once you have your balance, take your left leg all the way out to the side, returning it back to center, and reaching your foot behind your body, coming into standing bow pulling posture. And returning your left leg back so that it's parallel to the floor again, standing in Samastitihi. We'll begin our Setu Bandhasana setup. Draw your heels close in towards your sit bones, and then slowly take a full inhale, lifting your hips all the way up off of the floor. Try to work the elbows closer and closer underneath your torso. Once you have your hips elevated, bring your palms all the way under. Your buttocks are squeezed. Your chin's tucked into your chest. And your breathing is relaxed. Go ahead and extend your right leg all the way up if you have the strength. Breaking whenever you need to rest. And let's come into the opposite side. Inhale, extend your left leg all the way up. Maintaining that left knee nice and straight. And let's begin our fish pose. Extend your legs all the way out. Bring your palms all the way underneath your buttocks. Try to return the soles of your feet back down towards the floor. Making the modifications that you need to whenever you want. And then slowly inhaling, lift your chest up towards the ceiling, bringing the crown of your head onto your mat. Thighs are firm, buttocks are squeezed. And your breathing is nice and strong. Preparing for Urdhva Dhanurasana, full bridge pose. Go ahead and draw your heels back in towards your buttocks. Make sure your feet stay parallel to one another. And then slowly inhaling, lifting your hips all the way up, squeezing your buttocks. shoulders and your wrists in one line with one another. And slowly go ahead and release your hips back onto the floor. Arms are down by your side. Bring your arms up overhead. And then just do a mini sit-up. Go ahead and bring the soles of your feet into one another, bringing the knees out to the left and right side. Coming into Baddha Konasana, take your chin into your chest and vertebra by vertebra slowly start rolling down. Slowing down your breath. Relaxing through your shoulders and rounding your spine as you hollow out your abdomen. And then slowly coming up, grabbing a hold of your big toes with your index finger and middle finger. Go ahead and kick your heels all the way out. Ideally, you want to straighten your knees, but it's certainly not necessary. Again, just do what you can at any given moment. Gaze is up, chest is open, and slowly rolling all the way back onto your shoulders, rounding your spine. And then slowly balancing as you come up on your inhale on your sit bones, and then slowly exhaling, trying to land on your calf muscles as opposed to your ankles. Lengthening the entire spine, starting way at the base of the spine all the way out toward the neck. Reaching your chin further out. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have found this program valuable and rewarding. This is only the beginning of a full series of yoga exercises that I hope you continue to enjoy.